How's it, guys? Rowan back with another video. So in today's video we're going to be taking a close look at the Audio Gods Maximus 8. So this is a woofer, so let me just give you guys a bit of a backstory. So this woofer we actually got for a little box of mine that we run a single 8-inch woofer in. So yeah, it's just your normal run-of-the-mill 6th order series tuned band pass, but yeah, let's not get into too much detail about that. So this is the 8 we've been running. It's a D2 woofer, very nice little woofer, I must say. So far I am super impressed. So yeah, let's start right from the top. You guys will see we've got a, I wouldn't say it's a high roll. It's not a very massive surround. It's not anywhere close to the Ecstasy Big Daddies. At the end of the video I'll add in a picture of this next to a Ecstasy Big Daddy, just for a bit of a size comparison. But to keep in mind is this woofer is more for SPL use, whereas the Big Daddy is more for musical use. So the Big Daddy drops like a low, moves a shitload of air, and it's just an awesome all-around musical woofer, whereas this is more of your run-of-the-mill SPL 8, if I can put it that way. But anyways, starting from the top, as you guys can check this surround, it's about a mid-roll, like a stiff surround, I must say. Holding that surround onto the cone, we've got double stitching, some nice red stitching stitched to the cone. We've got a nice super solid polypropylene dust cap with the Audio Gods logo on there, as well as the Maximus logo. As you guys can check, I did pull the rubber off because the way this woofer mounts in the box, it's actually a bit tight, so the rubber doesn't really, the woofer doesn't really fit in the box with the rubber on it. So anyways, it does come with a nice mounting gasket, all of that, we just took it off. Let's move on to the side, to the real nice bits. Let's get this woofer in there. Let's check, you guys can check lacquer. But anyways, moving on to the side, you guys will check we've got a lacquer spider spacer in here. Now this woofer has double spiders. I'll bring you guys in closer a bit later on to check out those double spiders. But anyways, it's got double stacked spiders, a nice cast basket. This basket we see a lot, especially on the bigger 8-inch and 6.5-inch woofers we get here. Just your normal run-of-the-mill basket, very strong basket, I must say. I like them a lot. Moving on from there, guys will see the top plate on this woofer is actually very nice. It's nice and machined, so there's no physical like round spaces spacing the motor from the basket. The spacers actually worked into the top plate of the motor, which is very nicely done, I must say. It's got a very nice curve to it. Moving on from there, you guys will check the 2.5-inch coil. This woofer is, if memory serves correctly, rocking, no sorry, not 2.5-inch, 2-inch coil. This is a copper coil. The woofer can take quite a bit of power from our experience. But anyways, moving on from there, guys will check we've got double tensor leads for each positive and negative. They are also sewn into the spider, as you guys can check round about there. As you guys can check in there, the glue on the triple joint looks quite good as well. I must say, I'm super impressed. All around the glue job on this woofer is very nice, I must say. Now the spider ring is actually bolted down to the basket as well. I don't know if you guys will be able to see, but just in here you'll see a little hex bolt. Moving on from there, let's get back to the motor. So like I said, we've got this nice machine top plate, and then we've got two 1-inch slug magnets. Now there's one issue with this woofer's motor. This motor is super wide. If I flip it around like this, you guys will see that the push terminals are actually very close to the motor. Now what that means is we also removed this motor's rubber boot. It usually comes out with a nice rubber boot on it, but the problem is when you're fitting this woofer into the hole, okay, you get a bit of a problem because obviously you got your wires running back, and as you guys can check here, that motor is super wide, you know. So with the wires in there and all that stuff, it's quite a finicky situation fitting this woofer through the hole, but that's a good thing, you know, because we've got a lot of motor strength on this motor. Let me see if I can demonstrate. Super nice motor strength. But anyways, woofer has a very nice motor on it. Like I said, we removed the rubber boot just to fit the woofer through the hole, but further than that, awesome little woofer. You guys can see we've got some nice push terminals as well. I must say they're quite good quality. Let's move to the bottom. There we go. Now this is a D2 woofer. You get them in D2 and D4. Honestly, I don't think you get them in D1s. I stand to be corrected. But anyways, moving on from there, you guys will see the bottom plate's also nice as well. Got a nice gradual curve to it right there on the sides. Moving on, we've got the throttled vents, the outer vents for the coil, as well as the solid nice and big flared ball piece vent, and if you stick your finger inside of it, you'll notice that the inside of it's flared nicely as well. So all this helps with cooling quite a bit, as well as the nice vents on the basket right here, so the coil cools quite nicely as well. So yeah, this is the woofer. I would rate this woofer at about 600 RMS, you know, musical use, SPL burp. I honestly got no doubt that this woofer would take 3K RMS for SPL burp. Honestly speaking, I know it sounds a bit rough for an 8-inch woofer, but if you know what you're doing, your box is right, all that type of things, and you put 3K clean power into this woofer, it will definitely take it with a smile. Moving on from there, let's just get back to this side. So yeah, as you guys can see, the woofer isn't as stiff as it is from the factory. This woofer is super stiff, but we played it in just a little bit. We broke it in because we are not planning on running super big power on the woofer. We're mainly focusing on building more efficiently. So I've got a clip of this woofer. So today we were SPLing it a bit in the box that I was speaking about a bit, and we managed a 141 with a single 8-inch woofer on about 1,400 RMS, which is not a lot of power. And it's not a huge number, but still, considering for a woofer that's the size of your hand, a 41 isn't that bad at all. But yeah, definitely super nice woofer. I love it to death. And I'll definitely think if you're looking for something that's gonna SPL lacquer, something that's gonna last you quite long, this is gonna be your best bet. If you're looking for something that's a bit more musical, what I would recommend is grabbing yourself the Ecstasy Big Daddy. That is just a super awesome woofer for music. But anyways, let's get a bit of free air testing done on this woofer. So let's just drop it right there. Let's connect the wires. Now, like I said in the previous video of the mofos, if you guys hear any scratching, please note that's not the woofer. It is the potentiometer on the amplifier that's giving a bit of feedback if you turn the volume up. So please keep in mind it's not the woofer. So what we're going to do is, let me just activate the flashlight here so we can check a bit better. There you guys can see that nice coil. Let me stretch it out a bit. Super nice coil, and yeah, double stack spiders. But anyways, let's get into some testing here. So what we're gonna play is a frequency sweep. If memory serves, let me just make sure, 110%. It is from 20 Hertz to about 40 Hertz. So we're just gonna play that frequency sweep, and let's get a bit of movement on this woofer. So let's start out with seeing the movement on the spiders and so on. Okay, it's rattling a bit on the table, so let's just hold it like that. You guys can check the nice and clean movement of those spiders. Any clapping noises you hear is just a bit of mechanical noise. It's not something to stress about. Let's check there. Very nice. let's just turn this thing down just a little bit, and then we give it a bit more here. There you guys can check. Super clean Excursion on this little woofer. But anyways, yeah, no, definitely. Let's get a close-up of those spiders working. Super nice and clean Excursion on this little woofer. Let's check if we can see that coil moving in there. Yes. Okay, so let's give it just a tiny bit more. Super nice and clean Excursion. But yeah, like I mentioned, the bit of mechanical noise you hear is not really something that's bad. It's basically just the spiders and so on working. Because the woofer is intended for SPL use, it's not really meant to play that low. That's why I would rather recommend the Ecstasy Big Daddy. But yeah, further than that, SPL wise, this is an awesome little woofer. And then yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let's quickly roll the clips of the SPL and then the comparison video between this woofer and the Ecstasy Big Daddy. Sweet, let's roll the clip.
What was that on?
Okay, nou sit in die middel, vat hom op tot op 35.